Adrian! Oh, come and look at this! No, really! I've never seen anything quite so funny!
Oh no, really? That fructus is priceless.
Where on earth does he get such ideas?
Adrian, something tells me you're not entirely ignorant of what's going on. Go and see what's happening before that beast starts off a riot.
Look out! Hey, you! What are you doing? Hey, stop!
But he had nothing to do with it, I tell you. Here, ask him yourself. Adrian, Mercury has sent you. Your idea was absolutely excellent. I've never sold so much as I did yesterday. Take this as a small token of my appreciation.
You are Adrian of Marseille, guest of Pompeius and friend of his son Secundus. I wanted to see you. Someone has denounced you as being directly involved in the matter of this painted mule, which is causing considerable amounts of havoc wherever it wanders. You will be required to account for the disturbances you have caused in this town in front of a tribunal.
Ada Helvius, wait. There must be some misunderstanding. I never painted that sign.
Prove it.
Fructus came by earlier and asked politely if he could take care of the mule today. I accepted with pleasure. Helvius, I can act as witness in Adrian's defense.
Fructus came to see me. He told me that he was standing in for you today, and he needed some paint to redo the sign. Well, I didn't see anything wrong in that. Everyone's used to Fructus's wild imagination by now. Where's the problem?
And you know nothing about your mule?
Why should I? Just because I spend my life up on the rooftops of this city doesn't mean I know everything. Ascala was looking after the mule. We'd made a deal.
Some deal? If I had known that the mule would cause so much trouble, I would have let him continue to graze on the flowers from my shop.
Who was that madman on the roof?
I don't know. He vanished like the wind. I didn't have time to see his face, but I know one thing. He doesn't work on this site.
All you have proved to me is that Fructus was acting as your accomplice. And as he has disappeared again, you will have to follow me until we find him.
Excuse me, everyone. Is that the animal that's causing all the commotion? He doesn't look so harmful. Adil Helvius, so what if the mule is walking the streets with a bizarre notice on his back? Good for him! Are you going to take the matter as far as Rome? Titus would die laughing. I shall vouch for Adrian, as I am sure Pompeius will, as soon as he hears of this. And now, if you will excuse us, we are expected at the Palestrum.
You, get rid of that offensive notice. And you, Marcus, you will not prevent me from punishing Fructus once and for all.
And that's how Helvius found himself as Secundus's great rival at the elections, and has since tracked him out of spite. I even suspect him of being behind this little story with the prostitutes. Ha! But don't say a word to Pompeius, obviously. Anyway, I suggest we forget the whole incident with a few javelin throws One word of advice. Take care not to throw your javelin too violently. Make one mistake in your aim and you'll throw it over into Octavius's garden. It wouldn't be the first time, mind you, and it sends the old fool into a blind rage. My vines! My vines! Oh, you brigands! Oh, you elves! Oh, no, my vines!
Adrian, over here.
Locusta? Why are you hiding here? Are you afraid of something?
I have come to give you the potions and ask for your help. I do not want the slave to see me.
Slave? What slave?
Him over there, the cockroach who arrested my fructus. Did you see the mule? Clever, wasn't it? But anyway, they didn't like it, and now there he is, tied up. The cockroach is waiting for the Aedile to arrive to thrash him. I beg of you, you must get him out of here before that rat Helvius arrives. The first potion of revelation will help you convince Sophia to leave with you. Throw it in clear water in front of her and her alone. The potion will work only once, and only once will the water speak. The second potion brings on a sort of deep sleep. But beware, you cannot use it wherever you please. The potion shall only send to sleep he who stands between you and Sophia.
Tell me, why is this man tied up?
He is racked by a mental illness. He's a chronic madman. I tied him up to calm him down and stop him scaring everybody. When he gets better, I'll let him go. Or at least once the Aedile has given his agreement.
But what if something terrible really is going to happen? Visions are very disturbing. Who knows, they can even announce a change of leader.
Keep quiet. Don't let anyone hear such talk. Do you know the price of heralding the death of an emperor? You want a Gallic magus by any chance?
We don't have magi in Gaul, only a few senile old druids who are nearly extinct. We're no longer barbarians.
Ah, you put my mind at ease. Yes, anyway, about Fructus. Every year, before the Volcanalia, he goes into a trance and predicts earthquakes, crevices, destruction, the lot. So,
What is the connection between Fructus's madness and the Volcanalia? You're talking about the feasts of Vulcan?
Yes, the god of the underworld furnaces, who they say forges the god's weapons beneath volcanoes. It sends him into a frenzy. And then, after the feast, he calms down. Last month, for the Feast of Neptune, he foretold of torrential rain and flood and lit fires everywhere, as an antidote, supposedly. Now it's the volcano and the mule. In a way, this is less worrying.
And what does the Aedile want to do with him?
Oh, nothing too nasty. He wants to leave him tied here until he stops ranting. Make him take a bit of hellebore. It's the law. Then he can go home. Everyone likes him, really.
Look, I know him. May I go and speak to him? Perhaps I can reason with him.
I doubt you'll manage to do that. Madmen rarely listen to reason. But go on. He's a madman. He's responsible for everything he did during his rampage. Locusta will have to pay for the damage he caused. But nobody should go and tell Rome that we are letting a crank peddle horoscopes. If they did, he really would be in trouble.
It is the messenger of death. You see? I knew it, that we were allies. That too saw I. You tried to tell him, didn't you? You saw. He is so stubborn, is he not? 1,000 times more stubborn than a mule, but it has to be said, the mule is very sensitive. Oh, yes, but in the meantime, what can we do to have him believe us? Because I do not have time to stay here with him. I have to go and see the others and
Fructus, in the name of all the gods, calm down and stop babbling. I'm going to try and get you out of here, but you must shut up until I come and find you.
Calm down! But how can I calm down? No, not calm. It's coming. It is so close, is it not? You know it is so. You must go and speak to him, because he must convince the Aedile that I am right. So, are you going to try or not?
Look, I know you're right, but there's no point in trying to convince this guard. Wait for me, and whatever you do, don't say a word.
Yes, not a word, of course.
Adrian, putting your reputation at risk in this dodgy part of town? Are you looking for a good time, my sweet?
I am afraid you've got me wrong again. I'm here with good reason, and I need your help.
And why should I help you, Adrian?
Because you can't resist my Gallic charm. And you have to come and help Locusta's son. You wade in the same murky waters. The Aedile has arrested Fructus and tied him up in a passage over there.
Ah, that good old go-between. I owe her for quite a few customers. What can I do to help Fructus?
You could perhaps help me break the wooden stocks that are holding him.
Who, me? No, that's Parami's specialty.
Well, could you, how shall I put this? Catch the attention of the slave who's guarding him for a while we,
Say no more. I could distract any man, and for 1,001 nights if necessary.
Greetings, Adrian. I am Pyram the Retiarius, pride of the most famous school of Capu. I would do anything for Parmia, and if Parmia will do anything for you...
It's not what you think.
I don't think anything.
Could you go and distract the guard?
Me? As well as Parmia? Have you taken a good look at me? I'm not one of those muscle-bound Hercules who go courting every evening under the arcades, eyeing up married men.
Fructus has been arrested, and I want to free him. He's tied up over there in a passage of the amphitheater. Can you see?
The Gladiator's Passage? Yes, I know it well.
You can go now. Over here!
Adrian, I'm honoured by your patronage of my modest establishment. Really? Really? Drinks all round, on the house!
How about a little game in celebration?
You really cannot keep away. What do you want?
I've come to see Sophia.
Yes, so I see. But who do you think you are? Just because foreigners call Pompeii the town of love, it does not mean that all our women are easy and all our houses are brothels. Sophia is not yours for the taking. So go and trawl the arcades instead.
Lavinia invited me to come and see her today.
Lavinia? Oh, of course. Well, if you really are looking for Lavinia, you'll find her near the Eurypie.
Adrian, would you believe that it rained roses in the garden this morning? The flowers of Venus. Was it a sign? I don't know what to do any longer, and when I see you I feel like dropping everything and leaving with you.
But Sophia, Lavinia told me your fiancé...
Abinis is a nice boy, but he's no lover. Women do not interest him, men neither. He only thinks of amassing large sums of money. He's always reading his accounts and his contracts. Music, poetry, flowers, they're all alien to him. Octavius is the one who decided for us. I had no choice in the matter. Octavius freed me. He saved me from slavery and gave me an education as a free girl. Lavinia loves me as her daughter. How could I betray their trust? I could not live with such shame hanging over me. Because Octavius loves both of us, he thinks that Habinus and I should love each other. It's true that marrying him and inheriting from him and Lavinia can only bring me happiness. They are counting on us to succeed them.
You must leave with me. The gods wish it so. Venus wants us both to be saved, like she saved Aeneas and his family when Troy was ruined.
And how can you be so sure of what Venus wants? Can she ask Lavinia to understand and forgive me? Why must we leave so quickly? How can the danger be so great? Lavinia told me about the great quake which she survived.
Sophia, the disaster that approaches will not wait, and it will be far more devastating than the earthquake. Look, in this water you will see the city's future. In 3 days, this is all that will remain. Ruins.
Oh, what has our city done to deserve such a deadly fate? I will leave with you tomorrow if Lavinia gives me her blessing, but at least let me warn her of this danger. Tomorrow, a great feast will be held for the Vulcanalia. I cannot disappear before the Cena, or my absence will be too easily noticed. I will come and find you after the banquet at the garden gate. They will have drunk a lot by then, and will not pay any attention. Twice mimic the cry of a lark, and I will come. I shall be waiting for your signal.
Hey, you! Who's there?